Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to enable experimental features on the official Minecraft BDS servers and Realms as well, and it's a lot more simple than you might think. That's right, looking at the server that we've just been connected to, you can see we have experiments active and all of the current available experimental features that are available for Minecraft 1.17.1.01, which is the most recent version of the BDS at the time of recording this tutorial. So let's get into how we do it. Okay, so if you don't already have a copy of the official Minecraft BDS software, then I suggest you go over to minecraft.net and get it downloaded. Once you've got it loaded, then you want to open up that zip file and unzip it or extract those files to a folder on your PC where you're going to run the server from. For me, I've chosen C drive and then BDS as the folder, and all of those files are inside of there. Next thing I'm going to do is actually run the server. So I'm going to double click Bedrock server and let that run. Now, as it builds the new world, you'll see a whole bunch of new files are appearing inside of that BDS folder, and you'll see that there are no experimental features currently active on this world. So then, as soon as the server has started, you can type in stop and get rid of that, and your server folder is now ready to add your world to, apart from one more thing, which is pretty important. If you scroll down and go to the server.properties file and open that up either with Notepad or your favorite Notepad editor, you'll see in there is a whole bunch of options for how to set up your world, and it's really important you do that. This includes the server name, your game mode, the difficulty you're playing on, whether you're allowing cheats, whether you're using a whitelist, and the ports that people connect to, as well as view distance, ticking area, which is your simulation distance, and the seed of the world that you're going to be using, which you do need to add in here. So the next thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't done already, is to actually get hold of an experimental add-on or resource pack, which I just happen to have on my website. If we go to the experimental page and scroll down a bit, you'll see I have a whole bunch of them, and the one we're going to be focusing on today is mopeds. So if I click that, click the download file, and then click the download link, I can then download that to my PC, and once it's finished downloading, I'm just going to click on it, which is going to open Minecraft, and it will install that add-on, providing I don't already have it installed. So it'll import, and hopefully, providing everything's gone right, we will get a successful message on the behavior pack and a successful message on the resource pack. So our experimental add-on is now installed. So the next thing we need to do is actually create a world with that in. So we're going to go to create new world, and we're going to call it BDS tutorial, and we're going to put it in creative just so it's easy for me to show you that this is working once we've got the world started. And the only other thing we're going to worry about all the way down near the bottom is the experiments. We're going to toggle every single one of these on. Now, my pack only actually needs this top one enabling, but I'm turning them all on just for the sake of this video so you can see they're all working. The next thing we're going to do is scroll down on the left hand side and go to multiplayer. You need to make sure that multiplayer game is turned on with friends of friends and visible to LAN players. Otherwise, your server won't allow anyone to connect to it. If you turn that off, then even you won't be able to connect to your own server. So make sure you leave that on and open to everyone, and then just make sure you use the whitelist or the allow list to make sure nobody joins that you don't want joining to your world. Next thing we're going to do is go down to behavior packs, and we're going to look in the my pack section, and you'll see the pack that we just installed is there. We're going to click on it, click activate, and then click continue. You should see that that's gone into the active packs there, and if we look at resource packs now, we should also see that the resource pack side of that has gone into there automatically because they're linked. If it hasn't and it's still in my packs, then click it in my packs, click activate, and put it in there as well. And now all we're going to do is create that world. And there we go. The world has started. We have spawned inside of a tree, which is absolutely fine. And if we go into our creative inventory and type in head, you will see that all of the heads in here. And the way we know that the experimental features are working is if we can put it on our head, which we can. So we know that the experimental features are working in this single player world, which we kind of expected them to anyway. So now we've got to get them on a server, which means closing this world, and probably for now it'd be a good idea to close Minecraft. So the next thing to do is actually to locate your folder for Minecraft, which is in your app data folder, and once you've found it, you can find your worlds, and if you click on date modify to order them by the most recent first, you'll know that the top one is the world you just created. We can double check that by opening it up and clicking level name.txt, and you'll see it has BDS tutorial, which is the name we just gave it. So we can close that, and all we're going to do is we're going to grab all of those files, and we're going to right click and we're going to hit copy. Then we're going to go to our server folder, the BDS folder we created on our C drive, and we're going to go to Worlds. We're going to open up the Bedrock level. We're going to highlight all of those files in there, and we're going to delete them. Once they're deleted, we're going to click on this empty space here, right-click it, and hit Paste. That's going to copy all of the world files from our single-player world to our server world. So now all we need to do is make sure our behavior packs and things are in the right place. If we click on behavior packs folder here, you'll see that the behavior pack we installed is there. And if we click on resource packs, the resource pack we installed is there. These are now in the wrong place. That's great for single player worlds, but for servers, they actually need to be in this behavior pack folder and this resource pack folder, which is in the root folder of your BDS. So we're going to go back to worlds, bedrock level, behavior packs, right click on that and hit cut. And then go back a few to our BDS folder, open up behavior packs, and then find some empty space around these folders. We don't want to paste it inside one of those. Right click and hit paste. Go back to your world folder, go to resource packs, right click on that, hit cut, go to your BDS root folder, go to resource packs, click on some white space, hit paste, and now they're in the right place. So now all we got to do is load the server again. And as that loads up, you should see that it says experiments active. There we go, experiments active, and they have all of the experiments that we turned on, and the server is started, which means we can join it. So we're going to load Minecraft again. We're going to hit play and we're going to go to servers, scroll down, and if you don't already have it added in your server list, click on add server, put any name you want in there, the IP address of your computer or the computer that you're hosting your server on, and the port needs to match the port that you've got set in your server.properties file. Once you've got that in there, click on it and click join server, and you should find yourself exactly where you were in your single player world. So let's grab the head. And let's grab one, make sure we can put it on. That proves that experimental features are working because you can't put them on your head without them. So that means we have now got experimental features successfully working on the BDS server. Now let's do it on a realm. So let's exit this world. And we're going to use the exact same single player world that we just created to use on a realm. I've got a test realm here, so I'm going to click on the edit icon. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to hit replace world, confirm, and I'm going to click the world we just created. I'm going to wait for it to export and then upload and then hit let's go. And then I'm going to click play. And then after an incredibly long amount of time, you should then find yourself inside of your realm wearing the pig head. There we go. We've got the head on. Let's grab another one just to make sure that this is working with all of the heads. Let's grab a pirate villager there. It's actually a swamp weaponsmith villager, but there we go. It's on our head, meaning that experimental features are now working on our realm, which is absolutely wonderful. So there you go. A really nice, quick, easy way to enable experimental features on your worlds. But before you disappear, a word of warning. Make plenty of backups. Experimental features are not finished features. They are not supported by Mojang. They are not finalized. They could be changed. They could break. They could go wrong. They could crash your worlds. They could cause corruption. Basically, use them with care, keep plenty of backups, and expect things to change in future because they are not finished yet, which is the whole reason that they're behind experimental toggles in the first place. Anyway, that's enough warning from me, and that's enough video from me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.